still with me right now. We've got American Majority CEO and former Bush 43 speechwriter Ned Ryun. Also joining us, Brad Blakeman, Republican strategist and former Deputy Assistant to President Bush. Good to have you guys. All right, Ned, he had no prompter. He was very much from the heart. What did you think?
That's right.
I mean, he was just speaking directly. And by the way, he topped it off with "I Did It My Way" by Frank Sinatra.
I love the choice of the song.
By Frank Sinatra.
I love the choice of the song. Again, he did everything his way. He took that campaign, the traditional campaign playbook, tore it to pieces, put a little pile in the middle street and lit it on fire. So he was an untraditional candidate, a non-traditional candidate that did it his way. And again, you know, even with his inaugural speech today, it was one of those things. It was quick, it was concise, it was 16 minutes long. It was very much a Trump speech, but the thing that I loved about it, Trish, was the fact that we do live in a polarized era, but I think that Trump can do something that will unify all Americans. It's called the pocketbook issues. And if he can put more Americans back to work, give people more paychecks, they can put food on the table, they can pay their mortgages, I think you're going to see more Americans saying, hey, we like what this guy's doing. It's a new day in America. You know the other thing that was refreshing to hear today, Trish? He said the words radical Islam. And I think that was a very good thing that he said today, and I'm thrilled that he said it, and I think that's going to be one of his real emphasis in the next 3 to 6 months. It's going to be one of those first things that he's doing.
Well, it's certainly a different tone, shall we say, than anything else we've heard. We've
very
also heard
robust.
From Brad that has been very robust in terms of what the message he's giving to businesses themselves. I mean, on the one hand, he's saying, okay, we want to make an environment that welcomes you, that it gives you less in the way of taxes, that provides less in the way of regulations, that is hospitable. Therefore, we can grow our economy. We can be as great as we can be, so long as you can be as great as you can be. But simultaneously, he's also saying, hey, don't get any ideas about going to Mexico with that production, or else. 35% tariff. How do you think this is all going to shake out?
Look, I think the president is restoring patriotism to business, which is important. Putting America first, making sure that America is taken care of. A strong America, economically and militarily, helps to keep for a more peaceful world. And I think Donald Trump is pragmatic.
Exactly.
He's a deal maker. He's transactional. He'll reach across the aisle and make deals. But the American people have to understand they're part of it too. It doesn't come from Washington. He said that today.
So what do you mean by that?
It comes from Main Street.
When you say the American people are part of it too, I mean, does that mean, okay, you know, I'm gonna check the labels on my clothes when I buy them? I'm gonna think about buying an American car instead of a German car. I mean, what does that really mean, Brad?
What that means is that we need to make trade deals that are not one-sided. A deal is only as good as it is for both parties. And America's gotten the short shrift on a lot of these deals. And Donald Trump's going to take a look at them, as they should be, because many of them have been in place for decades. And he's also telling people, you know, before you close a plant, before you move people away, think about America. Think about your country before you do that. You know, America is a great place to do business. It once was, and we will make that a great place to do business again. And we won't create opportunities elsewhere before thinking of our own people.
You know, I'll tell you, we got some great people here, and we got some great opportunities that we can really maximize. I mean, you think of the intellectual capital that we have here. You think about our workforce that we have here. The potential, Ned, is incredible.
No, it is incredible, and I think the thing to build a little off of what Brad said is the theme, one of the themes of Trump's speeches today is America first, and it's one of those things we don't have to apologize for who we are. We don't have to be ashamed of who we are. And I think it's been in the recent era, the last administration, there was almost, well, we want to apologize. We had our president going around and apologizing. Trump's not going to be going around apologizing for who we are. We're the greatest nation the world has ever seen. And I really think that if Trump can be successful with some of this jobs, the economy, some of these trade issues, he can take us to even better heights. But there's no reason to be ashamed. There's never been a reason to be ashamed. And he's really making it very clear. We don't have to be ashamed. America first, America last. We can be very proud of who we are because of what we've been able to accomplish and are going to accomplish in the future.
Brad, one of the things that I was most struck by today was his comment that he wanted to restore wealth and he wanted to restore dreams. Wealth and dreams. I mean, have we lost in the last 8 years as we've been going through this real economic malaise and, frankly, international malaise in terms of our standing in the world. Have we lost some of that? And if so, how does he restore it?
He restores it by giving people the opportunity they deserve. He talked about inner cities. Why are these kids not given the proper education to lift them up? Why are we satisfied with the state of our urban decay? And I think that's going to end too, and he's going to surprise a lot of people because he's going to reach out to the cities and try and make them safer and better educated. And he's going to create environments where, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if one of his major initiatives is to bring back Detroit and challenge the auto companies who left there to come back and give back to the people of Detroit. They built you. And these are the kind of challenges that the president can use the bully pulpit to really help Americans be the best they can be.
Maybe he can do it. That's what we need. Very quickly.
No, it was a unifying message. And again, as Brad was saying, he was talking not only to the American workers who voted for him, but he was addressing these urban centers and saying, I want to be your president. And I think he has a real chance to do immigration and urban reform.
Right.
He can get a lot done potentially. Brad and Ned, thank you so much for joining me on what has been an incredibly historic day.